Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Was she looking at you, or was she looking at...
I don't know what she's looking at.
At her public? At some point, she's going to start chatting with us.
Yeah, she's pretty talky in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want her.
So do you hear poor Brianna's voice?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened.
I don't know, because I feel like I was hoarse last week, but I was pretty sure that most of mine was all allergies. I mean, I COVID negative. I didn't have any other symptoms or anything. I just had this, nasally thing.
And I am the only one sick in my house. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the cleanest one in my house.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that's where nobody else is sick. So I don't know where I got it. And I keep checking her temperature because I worry about her the most because we're the most in contact than everybody else. And
well, maybe it is kind of still that same thing because it was just, I was driving to work and they were, that field in between Lakeview and Ephrata, they have cattle grazing, and for some reason they were out mowing it. It's just like grassy hay, whatever, and they were mowing it, and we had the windows down because Lizzie was in the car, and you could smell it, that smell of cut grass.
Oh, it smells so good.
And I thought, I'm just going to go slower and smell that smell, and then probably like 30 minutes later it's like
because I didn't feel so hot Saturday, but I didn't really have any symptoms. I could still yell at the kids just fine, no big deal. And then Sunday I woke up not feeling good at all, and I was kind of scratchy or whatever, and then we went to Robert's parents' house and helped them do yard work, put on a burn pile. There was things in the pile that probably shouldn't have been burning because we had some black smoke intermittently. So, and I feel like I tried to stay out of the smoke because I, of course, had her with me. So, I don't know. That could be aggravated it.
Because it could be an irritation.
Yeah. And that could be why no one else is sick. I'm a little stuffy now, but again, with the smoke or whatever. So, that could be why nobody else is. But
I get super hoarse around it. Even a campfire.
Yeah.
It always messes with me a little bit.
Yeah. And I had her pretty much in a good protected spot. And she slept in her stroller most of the day. She was not part of the work crew.
Yeah.
No.
Heck no. But nonetheless, she is drinking her turmeric and ginger tea, which I'm a huge fan of.
It's not horrible. I can drink it. It just wouldn't be my drink of choice.
It's medicinal.
That is good.
What's again, in it? It's
turmeric, ginger,
it is
honey.
Equal parts of, it's a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of ginger, and then a dash of vanilla, and then honey. Yeah. And then you are supposed to also put just a little bit of pepper in it because pepper makes the turmeric work.
Oh.
So
and it's deceiving. It looks like orange juice.
It's deceiving, and it smells like good ginger and honey tea, but there's a little kick to it. But it really works, though. It clears up. Yeah,
because I've been drinking just lemon and honey, which it probably does nothing, but makes you drink something hot. But good thing that's what I got, Mom.
Yes, drink this.
And this, and need a spoonful of that.
That's right.
And give me that baby.
That's right. I'm taking the baby. All right. Well, we have notes. We have a bunch of things. We have some information today, things we need to tell you. So let's see. First of all, some of you guys, some of our local people might be wondering about the video. So I went out this last weekend. We had a large group at Becky Bosch's group. Oh, sure. And a lot of locals. These gals are from Yakima, Zilla, Selah, Ellensburg, and then a bunch even from the Spokane area that all kind of get together.
They're one of the group. They're Becky's group. They come a couple times a year, but they
4 times a year.
They love new faces. So if you're someone who's localish in the area, but you may not have a group of gals come, let us know. We'll give you Becky's information or vice versa. And they love inviting new quilters to come along.
They're so friendly. And I think that's how they've become such an eclectic group from everywhere. You know, there's, and Kashmir. Margaret is from Kashmir, so they're kind of from everywhere. So they let me go out and film them and take some little video of, tell me your name and where you're from and what are you working on. And oh my gosh. So Margaret got her Elizabeth Hartman quilt done, and
some talented quilters in this group.
Karen, a new one to the group. Karen, such a doll. She is a pattern designer, and so she has. So she let me film her stuff, but she's super, super shy, so I had to be in it with her for hers. And then, anyway, some really, really good ones. So I'm still editing, because here's what the problem is. I'm going to edit it, we're going to get it up, and it'll be, come retreat with me or something is what we'll call it, or let's go check on the retreaters. And then you can kind of see what it looks like when there's 16. There was, 16 retreaters in there. But here's what the problem is. They are so loud.
I bet.
They are so laughing and giggling and, yelling across the room. And I'm holding this, like this. And so they're, the mic is, of course, right here. And the person I'm filming is over there. And, what's the matter? And I think sometimes you can hear the roar of the crowd. What's the matter? Hear the roar of the crowd more than you can hear the person talking.
Oh.
What's the matter? Do you need to...
She need to look at the quilt.
You want to look at the quilt?
Yeah. She's got that's what I needed. I'm kind of bored. It's what I needed.
Yeah.
Look at something purple.
Look at something pretty. So anyway, I'm having a little bit of trouble editing, and I'm just going to say straight up, I know some parts. It's like, wait, what did she say? What did she say? And so I'm going to have Brianna help me a little bit with the editing, because I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to put in...
Type in some text.
Yeah, some text of, what did she say? All I could hear was laughing, and, anyway, fun group of women. The nicest group of women. So, and that's true of all of the quilters, though. It's always that way, that, that they're really good people. So anyway, I had told them that I would get that edited. I think I filmed it on Saturday. And I said, we'll probably have it up like on Tuesday. So,
it's coming.
No promises, but it's coming. Because the other thing that we have is we kind of have, she's standing quite a bit.
She's trying. I need to put her little Johnny jump up at a house, and I worry a little because Harper and Wyatt will think she's in a swing, and I have little flashes of terror when I'm going to put that up. I might not put it up.
Could be PTSD from when you were a child and Jordan was always toting you around. You were bigger than him, and he was carrying you, helping you off the couch.
I do have a little scooter one that she can be walking, and that's a little safer. It's harder to pull someone out of that. She can play. I have to clean it up, though. But it looks like a race car. It's going to make everyone very excited during a Zoom car. They're probably going to push too. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't had a baby with a 4 and a 5-year-old before.
We will protect you.
She smiled.
We need to add this little video. It was kind of fun. We'll add it to the end. We should start adding baby bloopers for you guys anyway, because that's all you ever comment anymore is, oh, my, that's so cute. But we were filming her. She was chatting. And she was telling some big old story, and so I started filming. And so I've shown it a couple of times, and then I realized the other night, and this was probably like the 4th time that I'd watched it, whoever I was showing, they were holding my phone watching it. And all I could hear were these 3 women going, oh, what are you talking about? And I thought, it made my heart warm to think that this little girl is... for the first year, she is around all of these nurturing women that just hang on her every word and her every smile. And I think it's just so special that she gets to come and be here with, all of these people that love her so much. So, and she's so happy.
Yeah,
she's just happy and content and
No.
And heavy.
Are you good, heavy? You want to sit on the table?
No.
Sit in there. No. Ew. Get your finger out of there. There you go. Is that better?
I feel like you guys need to see her face. She's
just staring at me. We need a camera right here pointing that way.
What? Yeah. I love it when she gazes at you so lovingly.
She's a mama's girl.
She is a mama's girl. That's a good thing. All right. So anyway, that was the first thing, is the video of the retreat. It will be coming, because the other thing is we had mentioned it on Sunday, and we'll mention it again tonight. We are not going to have a box opening on Sunday because it's Easter. But what we are going to do, we're going to do some other fun stuff out at my house, and we're going to show you a couple of fun things because we're going to do some cooking with the kids. But the other thing we're going to do is we're going to do the popcorn. Because, I don't know, did I tell you this already? Brianna never knows. She just says, oh, okay, is that what we're doing? It's what we're doing. But let me tell you this. So, people have bought the mushroom popcorn, and one person said, oh, it was horrible, tasteless, wasn't great at all.
Oh,
and somebody else said, and one other person said, oh, it didn't pop all the way. It's like, no. Then there is absolutely a specific way to do it. And so I'm going to show you this because one thing is that it does taste like popcorn. I mean, popcorn tastes like popcorn. Popcorn.
I have to say, even with the good mushroom popcorn that's supposed to be healthy for you and all that stuff, I still add butter and salt.
Yeah, you can add butter to it.
I'm too young to still be thinking about no butter and salt.
Yes, you can add. I mean, add whatever you want to it. We only use the coconut oil because it's healthier for us, and I like that flavor. But by flavor, I'm going to use that word, sparingly because it tastes like coconut oil and popcorn, which isn't a huge flavor. So put whatever you want on it. But
you can use like avocado, anything that has a high burn point.
Yeah, you could, but
butter really doesn't have a high burn point, so that's probably not a good option.
You can't use the butter to do it this way.
Avocado oil has a really high burn point, and there's one other one that does too.
Vegetable oil, but you don't want to do that.
That one doesn't taste very good. I've tried it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That wouldn't add any flavor to it and would just add bad fats.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you can add butter to it afterwards if you like to do that. We tend not to because we eat it so often. And the other thing is, it's that same thing. Every kernel pops. But you do have to do it correctly. And then the other thing is, I'm going to show you this little microwave one that we will use sometimes. Most of the time I like to do it on the burner. But like if the kids come over, we use the little microwave thing because that's a way to put butter in it.
And you use your mushroom popcorn with your...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. It's the only popcorn we have eaten for, I'll bet, 3 years. It's the only popcorn we have. And we never ever get kernels. Never. Huh. So, because somebody said, oh, I wonder if what I got from Amazon was old. And it's like, no. I'm going to show you how to do it. So, anyway. So, I'm going to do a quick little we're going to do a video. I'm going to show you 2 ways to
Sunday we're going to do a little collaboration cooking thing.
A little, happy Easter, some fun things. And it'll be because somebody else, Donna,
corn. I've been for some reason craving caramel corn.
Well, let's do it. Brianna's famous.
It's really
famous good. Recipe.
It's really good.
It's so good.
But you have to make it for a crowd, because otherwise you'll eat it all. So you have to make it for Easter or birthdays so that you can share it. Otherwise, you won't.
So you'll get this started again, and then every night Paul will want caramel corn.
Well,
we can eat a whole cookie sheet full by ourselves in one.
Because you have to eat it. Yeah, I know, but I don't know why I've been craving caramel corn.
You put it out there. We're going to do it. We'll show you. We'll give you her recipe.
We'll pop the corn, make it all healthy and good, and then we'll put caramel on it.
Make it naughty. It's really good. It's good. Really, really good. All right, yeah. So we'll do that we're going to do that this week, and then we'll post that on Sunday, and then the other one.
So we don't have to disrupt your schedule. If your family knows,
get them out of the house before you make the caramel corn, because... But yeah, worried me. Well, not worried me. But Donna Downard bought some popcorn. She goes, "Oh, I just ordered it." So you need to know how to pop it. So, and I'm not saying that you couldn't just pop it normally if you have some other, popper or whatever. But because I've never experienced that every kernel doesn't pop. But yeah, I'll show you the way that we do it.
And Carolyn said she uses it on a rotisserie thing.
She uses that weird thing on the stove that turns it.
Was it like the old school one that we have?
The one we have up at the cabin.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a metal pot with a metal wand crank thing. Yeah, and that's how she says she makes it.
I don't know. High heat. That's the big thing. That's why the air popper thing doesn't really work with it.
Yeah.
In the air popper, because
it doesn't get hot enough.
It doesn't get hot enough, and so it doesn't. I don't know if it doesn't pop all the way or all of it doesn't pop, but I specifically know that the air popper does not work for mushroom popcorn. So anyway,
All right, then.
The other thing is we have our Columbia River cruise. We had, I think, 2 more cancellations, something is happening. So at the moment we have 2 spots available, FYI. In fact, we have 2 staterooms available. They're all balcony suites. But so it could be a single occupancy or a couple. So we have 2 rooms that are available. So if you've been thinking about it, it is in October. And we have our pre-trip all kind of figured out. And so that should be emailed to everybody. I think if you're already on our list, you should already have that. And we're having a Zoom call next Monday to talk about that. But I was excited about it before because we're going to do some really fun things, around the area and some fun meals. And we're going to go to a winery and we're going to go out to the flower farm and we're going to do a bunch of really cool things. But now I'm super excited after having gone to Iceland.
Oh, good.
It's like, what? Wait till I show you mine.
We got a little treasure trove.
I was like, wait a minute. If you think this is pretty, I got way prettier. So we're really, really excited. And so we're going to talk about that. And that's just a nice way to see our area. I will be your lovely tour. Well, not lovely, and not informative, but I will be your tour guide.
To say, I'm not sure I have the answer to that, but we'll figure it out.
I
could text a friend.
I'm adding some research. So anyway, so we're super excited about taking you to all of our special places and showing you all of the kind of fun things. So, and if you're kind of not sure, if you're kind of thinking that you want to come, if you want to join us on the Zoom call, we can make that happen. I would need to email you the link. So if you're kind of on the fence and you think you might want to come, one thing I need to mention is that the pre-cruise excursion here, staying with us, and we have a bus for all 3 days. We're doing kind of a bus tour of the area. That is only for people going on the cruise.
Sure.
So we need to make sure that you know that you can't come and do just the excursion and not the cruise. There isn't enough spaces for that. But anyway, if you're kind of on the fence and you want to just join us for the Zoom call and see what it's all about, email me and I'll email you the link and you can just kind of hang out and listen.
The flyer for the Columbia River Cruise, if you want to look at that before the Zoom call or instead of the Zoom call, it's at our website. There's a Cruise With Us tab and it'll be right there. And then as soon as we have more Bali information and whatever, that will go up too once we have that flyer. So that's where you can find all that.
And the Bali flyer, I should have written this down. I think the Bali flyer is going up on Monday the 10th.
Oh, okay. I'll watch that and I'll take it to our website
on Monday. And the Bali trip, oh my gosh, for the people that asked for an early bird preview, I think we have like 36.
Yeah, there's a lot of
people.
And even the people that put it on your orders, on your notes, we sent Ray and John an email with your name and information, everything on it. Yeah. So they have you on their list also.
So you'll be getting that. And
oh, what happened? Are you getting sleepy?
What's the matter? You need a little snuggle?
You getting sleepy?
Oh, she does have a little here.
A little sleepy look?
Chill. Let me tucking in.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh. This is.
There we go.
It snuggles.
It's very instant.
Hard to sit. Anyway, so Bali. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Equally excited about that one. Super excited. That one is going to fill up, unfortunately, fast, I believe.
I think so too.
And that'll be another one of those that we'll probably just hang on to a waiting list so that we know who's in order of the waiting list. Because I think I'm super excited because some of our Australian people
are interested. Yeah, I think it'd be super cool to meet up in the middle of the world and tour together.
Yeah, that'll be really, really good. So so check out that flyer and get signed up for that one. And then our next one, I don't know that we've talked about it a lot because I tend to do things in order. It's like, well, we've got the Columbia River Cruise in October, and then we've got Bali happening February. I think we're leaving on like the 30th or something of January in 2024. But then in October of 2024 is Egypt,
which I think is absolutely awesome.
Really, really nice. Now, that one will not be a sewing. I mean, we will have projects and some kind of really cool things for the Bali thing. And a lot of our tours are related, of course, to the factories that are making Bali batik fabric. But Egypt, it's just one of those things that if you really want to, if you're interested in that kind of a tour, that kind of a cruise, it will be some on land, mostly cruising, which is really, really nice. But if you're interested in doing that and you just want to go with a group, that certainly is my preference. I would never do it alone again. I want my people picking me up at the airport, getting me back to the airport. This is where you will eat. Everybody speaks English. You know, I just like that somebody is taking care of me, and it's less expensive and less stressful, and so that's our thing. Yeah. So
Egypt is just a vacation one.
Yeah.
No extra anything.
Just fun. Yeah. So, you know, and I think on this last one, because that's what
Iceland was that one, right?
Iceland was. And so maybe there was one quilter, but she brought her granddaughter and her sister and her sister's husband, and it's that kind of a fun thing that nobody has to worry that the conversation will be all about fabric or anything like that. In fact, most of us, I don't know that there was a lot of hand stitching going on in Iceland. Most of us were knitting.
Well, probably because it was too cold to get your fingertips out there, and you'd be stitching your glove into your project.
Yeah. And it was fun too because we were on the hunt for I think all of us brought home yarn.
Oh, I'm sure.
But anyway, so all right, so that's our cruise with us updates. Columbia River Cruise. You guys should kind of know what's going on. You should have emails if you want to know more. Check with us. That'll be really, really nice because we are Lewis and Clark area and winery, and it really is beautiful.
It's really pretty.
We are so fortunate to what's in our backyard.
We definitely take it for granted.
We do. There's this gal that I was watching. I don't know what made me start watching her, but I went through all of her little videos. I think she was like a TikToker or something, and so I looked up all of her stuff, and she lives over somewhere south of Seattle. I can't figure out exactly what town she lives in, but what suburb, but she lives somewhere south of Seattle, and she's up here from California. So she was talking about Washington myths and what it meant to move from California to up here. And it was kind of fun listening to her. It's like, yeah. So first of all, one of the things that she said was that Washington is so much more beautiful than California. And I thought, yes, we are. We absolutely are. She said she got a whole lot of hate for saying that, but that it was true. And she said the other thing is that in Washington, she lives where from her door or from her window, she can see the ocean.
Oh, beautiful.
So wherever she is. And she can drop the kids off at school and get out to Mount Rainier and one of the base areas and do a little hike, go to the store, be home, and make dinner, when the kids get home from school. And so she can be from mountains to sea in a day. It is no problem. And she said that's the problem with California is that it's like a 4-hour drive to get to the mountains. And so you couldn't have both. And then it was funny, her description of the difference between Western Washington and Eastern Washington, which is true. I mean, it's true.
Huge divide.
It's a huge divide because Western Washington is all very liberal, very, I think she described it as liberal tree huggers or whatever, and that Western Washington was conservative gun toters. And I thought, okay, maybe, but there's also Central Washington, and I would describe myself as a gun-toting tree hugger who is a liberal conservative. I mean, I think that we're kind of in the middle. I don't think that we are one or the other. I don't think that I think that we're a happy mix of both. And I think maybe when you get closer to Idaho, it's quite
Yes,
conservative.
yeah.
But I think here, Soap Lake is the land of the hippies. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all filled with retired and working hippies. And so, we think of ourselves as pretty liberal and pretty, tree huggerish.
And besides that, the whole geographic of it is so different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The geography
everything is, we created our own irrigation to be able to do farmland.
We're farmers over here.
It's farmland. And when you cross the mountains, it's all of a sudden beautifully green and, rainy and city and ocean. I mean, that's, we don't have any of that.
Yeah.
We're recreational.
Yeah. Super different. Yeah. Well, that's the other funny thing is that
they all come over to hang out in the summer with us.
on the weekends and on holidays and in the summer, we're not going to the city.
Yeah, they're like 30 minutes
They
past
come
us.
to us.
Yeah.
And drive right through here because this is what they're coming to. So
anyway,
Washington really is beautiful, and and it's so varied because you can be in, lush forestation one moment, and then plains and desert,
one of
irrigated
the coolest
desert the
things
next.
to see. I remember the first trip we took to Oregon or whatever. No, maybe not. Maybe the oldest when I could actually was paying attention, But we were driving on this side, our side, and you come up and you're heading west, essentially on our side, and you almost can visually see the divide where it gets from dry farmland all of a sudden to all of these evergreens. Yeah. On both our side and the Oregon side.
Yeah.
It is amazing because I didn't know it was so visually dynamic, but it is. You can almost all of a sudden see, and there we are now passing, the mountain pass. Essentially, it is crazy.
It's a
to
line.
See that.
You can see it from the air too. We have a picture that's hanging in Daisy House that shows like 5 mountain peaks all at once,
it's
and it's
really
all
cool
on
picture.
that side. Yeah. The other thing that you can see, what I thought you were going to say, is when you're driving on, is that Highway 14 down there along the, when you're driving on the Washington side of the river, and if you look across, you can still see on the Oregon side, you can see the Oregon Trail.
Yes.
You can see the ruts
thing.
from the covered wagons. You can see that road up on the top there. You can see it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's pretty. It's cool that it's still there.
Yeah.
But a lot of history, and we have a lot of Native American history here. So that's why we are super excited to show you the things up here that you would not otherwise see, and then go on the. And I think also we have even local people that are doing it. That just it's like, well, I've lived here all my life, and I just want to know more about it. And I think about that even when we're going someplace. You think, gosh, do you really know the beauty that's around you, and do you know the name of this plant, and do you know what this is for? And anyway, so I'm excited. I'm super excited to host, because I kind of feel like the Columbia River Cruise is, we're hosting it. This is, let me show you our area.
Show you us.
So I'm excited about that. Let's see. What other, there was some other fun little housekeeping that I wanted to do. One was, let's see, I have to do screenshots when you guys ask me or ask questions on YouTube, and
that's probably
I'll always
than
forget.
Writing them down.
Oh, so they really, really, really enjoyed Sundays. All of the loved it. I mean, it was almost more of those comments than that baby is so cute. So they want us to do that more often for a couple reasons. One is they want to see more of the store.
Yeah.
Which
I put it, I don't know if you saw, but I put like on our clothes, I did a little quick shot of what the front entryway looks. Granted, it is very clean. When you come and visit us, I doubt it will look like that.
Usually not.
Don't hold it against us.
Because we have shoppers. You guys come in and you mess it up.
Yeah, so there was little things that I tried to show them something without showing them the dirty closet, but
Yeah.
But it is fun. I think
to see the store, and
because it is nothing what you think it looks like. I think it's a lot bigger. Even when people come, it keeps going. It's like,
it's like
the whole block.
Keep going.
Keep going down.
There's a whole. No, you didn't.
Keep making it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think the other thing too is that oftentimes with the clearance, what ends up in clearance is, the last three bolts of that line is like, oh gosh, all of this stuff is gone. Let's just clearance the rest of this. And you have to know to check that, because if you're doing, if you're working on a quilt out of that, and you might need some borders or some binding or some backing or whatever, because it's fairly reasonable to think that whatever fabric we have, it would be all gone out of the store within maybe 7 to 8 months. I mean, that typically is kind of true. And that's why, too, we thought, well, this is a really nice idea to clearance an entire line. So then, all of this goes together. And we purposely picked things that, either had a panel left or had some pre-cuts left, and something that was super, super cute, just, every once in a while in a box opening, we can tell that something is like, they're all going to spend their money on this one. And that other line
killed that,
is going to kill that pretty floral line. And we know it when it happens. We can call it every single time. It's like, dang it. Now nobody's going to buy, Beautiful Day because the animals killed it or whatever. But anyway, so we'll keep doing that. We think that we're glad that you guys liked that. We thought that was fun. And then perhaps consider and a lot of people kind of said the same thing. Maybe I don't think we would be able to do it once a month, but I think we could definitely do it
it's a good thing that you like it, because occasionally we have a low delivery. I mean, right now we're packed full. I think we have enough to do 2 box openings at the moment, but sometimes it's a little short. Like, I think when Mom was in Iceland, we had one day where I think we had 2 little lines and a bunch of notions. That might have been a good day for us, me and Tracy, to go wander. But we're glad you liked that, so maybe we'll be a little ace up our sleeve in case we need something else fun to do.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. All right, so then the other thing was, as I was going through kind of trying to catch up on, the comments on YouTube, but what happens is I get set down like a rabbit hole is what happens. And so I'll answer someone or say, oh, thank you, or, whatever. And then somebody will want a link to something. Well, then off I go looking for the link, and then I get distracted doing something else, and then the phone rings. So if you see it, all of a sudden I might have answered, 8, and then nothing.
You missed me.
Then, I know that's kind of what happens. But a lot of people, what I notice is, again, there's this new resurgence of Tridazzle.
Really? They like it still?
Oh, Tridazzle.
So it is.
I thought it'd be fun to
kind of sad.
It's just a funny thing. It's a funny thing because what happened with the whole YouTube thing was that, of course, what started all of it was the mask videos, and so our number one video is 2.5 million views for what we learned when we made the masks. That's the number one, 2.5 million. And then we also have how to make a mask is also 2.3 million. And then there's another one for that we did when you were running out of supplies, different things that you can use. That one's 1.3 million. But then number 4 on our repertoire of all of the quilts that we've done,
is this
all
bad
of them,
beast right here.
This guy. 875,000.
That is crazy.
I think you're considered viral if you make 1 million. All right, you guys, share this so that we can get up to 1 million. So and it is kind of funny because she did, because at the time when we were doing all of the YouTube stuff, we were still closed. So we would cut fabric for people, we would answer the phone, and we would, drag it out to them. And I think for a little while in there, our governor let us be open, but we had to have a maximum number of people that could be in the store. Everybody had to have masks on. And then he shut us back down again, and no more of that. And so we were looking for something to do. That was when we were doing that was how FabriChat started, and somewhere in there the box openings morphed, and that started. But we were working on a lot of videos, so we created, I think we have over 400 that you can find for, most of them are our own pattern, or they might be a technique or whatever. Well, it's fun because I thought, this is my favorite quilt. And so, I would do one, and this was her favorite one, and she would do one, and she would do one. And it was fun because Tridazzle, from the very beginning, Tri-Dazzle has been the most popular. And we've laughed about it, and yeah, I totally tease her all the time. It's like, yeah, why? I mean, I would just do one.
Said, why am I teaching classes? But obviously, sure.
They want to listen to you.
Also
Because that's always the comment is, I just love your
She's such a
teaching
good
style.
teacher.
I
Thank
love
you.
the way you describe it. I love that. It's like, well, you need to do way more
I think
of
something
them.
that's really cool about that one is we talked about sashing, and I actually did show how, you know, an orange might change the color or the black, and, you know, and I think that is something that's really cool, that if someone who is new to quilting, it's something that you don't realize color is a huge deal.
Yeah.
But
I will sometimes,
it's
just for
cool.
fun, I'll go into YouTube and I'll just randomly search quilting.
yeah.
And then I see what YouTube has picked for me, you know, and scroll across. And always in the top 10 is Tri-Dazzle.
That's crazy.
Always.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
I know. I think it's really nice. So I think it's kind of fun. But I also think it's fun. So, because some of the other comments and stuff, we were talking about the Amazon store again. And and Lilia asked for the link. And I still haven't found that. I'm going to link the Amazon store for you. But anyway, so we were talking about that. What do they call that?
And the Amazon store, in even the description of here, if you go all the way down in the description, it has all of our handles. So for Facebook, for Instagram, for all of that, I also put the Amazon store right there.
Oh.
That you can just...
So I could have found it there.
Yeah, and on all of the new... Since we've done it, it's the last,
Oh.
8 videos,
Yeah.
it's right in there. And it does give... Amazon says I have to put down that says I'm an Amazon affiliate
link.
and... you know, that I get commissions or whatever. So you'll see that little blurb there too. But
Yeah.
and if you go all the way down in the description, it's also there.
Because, see, that's that funny thing, because that's what people talk about all the time, is all of that, what do they call it, soft income or collateral income or whatever, you know, the people that are making a bunch of money on YouTube or making a bunch of money on TikTok or whatever. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they
I don't know how you
make
pull it
all
off
that
of
money.
it.
Because I looked
And they
it
all
up.
look so damn pretty. It's like, how can you do this and still afford all those pretty nails and
I know.
to eat? Maybe they don't eat.
I don't know.
Shove
I don't
it
know
on.
how
Do it.
you can. I don't know how it can be a career, because you've got to be working harder, because that was what I was going to say, is that the amount of money that Brianna has made on this Tri-Dazzle YouTube video with 875,000 views,
And it's been up
in
for
2 years, 3, maybe 3.
I think we're close to 3.
She has made about the same wage that she would make in a week's work.
Is that very much?
No, it's not very much, because the way that we make money is on those commercials. And even if you're Amazon Prime, I noticed that we made $15 from Amazon Prime members or whatever. So, no matter what, but we make, it's like 0.017 cents, per video or something like, I don't know. I used to know the math, but I don't know it anymore. But anyway, that's how YouTube people get paid. And we don't pick the commercials. We don't pick where they are. We don't pick anything, whether they're skippable or a 20-minute one.
The only thing we can is Amazon tries to know who we are and make sure they're not like naughty commercials.
Oh, I would
Or
hope
whatever.
not.
No.
bother
Or
me.
in a, just not for us, with certain things.
They try to know, because they tell us what our demographics are.
Yeah.
So we know that 60% of the people that watch us are over the age of 65.
Yeah.
And so the commercials that they've chosen for us are probably AARP things or whatever. And also, we don't have anybody who watches us who is under the age of 18.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I think I also looked some of the things that I looked at this morning. 7% of our viewers are male.
7?
7.
I mean, that's a pretty big number.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. And I wonder, it's like, are you just because you have to be watching? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of male quilters, though.
That's true. There are.
So maybe that's it.
There are.
Yeah. And then, what was the other demographic that I thought was interesting? It wasn't quite 80. It was like 78% is America. And then the others,
wow.
it's, Canada, then Australia, then United Kingdom, then Germany.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's good. which is why it'd be really nice to hook up with some Aussies when we're down there. So
no kidding.
So Tri-Dazzle, little shout out, because I thought, maybe if we could, I mean, it's at some point it's going to be over 1 million views, but it's funny that for some reason there's been a little resurgence of it, which is kind of fun. And then we talked about this on Sunday, but Brianna's little Amazon store, I mean, I made her do that. It's like, Brianna, you can get people ask anyway, and we say this is where we got it in Amazon, so I made her do that. And again, not gonna, did your first month, maybe it could buy diapers, we decided.
No, I think it was only $15. I don't think I even buy formula for that. But it's just,
it's okay.
I don't even care. I'm not doing it for
She's
money.
not doing it because she's going to quit her job.
No.
Or buy an expensive car.
No.
She's doing it because I told her to do it. Because we do all of these Amazon links anyway.
Yeah.
There's things that if we don't have a local store that sells it and we found it, we will show you what it is. And if you find a local store, we still say shop local. But if not, if Brianna gets, 10 cents for a link, then that's a good thing. So anyway, that's why we're doing it. So we're not YouTubers to get rich. We're not Amazon affiliates.
No.
It's really just a way to assist you guys with your shopping.
That's it.
All right. Oh, she's awake. I'm sorry the phone rang. I'm sorry. I know it. Sorry, honey. It's a little
And
struggle.
then on one of the orders, I apologize, I cannot remember the name on the order, had asked about IronOnVinyl.
Oh, yeah.
And how that. So I'm gonna do like a real video for it, so I don't lose it in a FabriChat, and I'll attach it to the end of this one. It'll keep filming. It'll do it. But IronOnVinyl, what's really nice, it comes in like a 20-ish inch wide by the yard. It comes in matte finish or glossy. And what it is if you want a vinylized material and maybe you can't find what you're looking for at a store, you can make your own. So it is a product. So this is, we carry the Heat and Bond kind. Lazy Girl maybe still does, make a product. It's just inconsistent for us, so we tend to just keep it with the Heat and Bond. This one at the moment I have here is the matte finish. But what's really cool is you do have your instructions. When you get your yardage, you get your instructions just like if you're going to do fusible applique or anything. You get all your words right here. And it's super easy. The most important thing you want to know is you're essentially treating a fabric. So make sure whatever project you're doing, whatever chunk of fabric you need. So if you're using a changing table, you're going to make a whole vinylized bag. Pre-wash your fabric first, because you're probably, the likelihood of you washing that project when it's finished is probably pretty high. Because if you want it vinylized, that means you're going to wipe it down because the vegetables got a little juicy, or you're putting your reusable diapers into a vinylized bag so you can get them home to get them cleaned and wash everything at once.
Lining of a purse.
Whatever that reason is. So pre-wash your material first, just so that it's pre-shrunk and it's going to look as great right now as it does when you wash the next time. And then what's really cool, depending on if you want the matte or the glossy, that is entirely up to you. I'm just going to cut a little chunk off of this. You do have a gridded side. Again, use it to cut, or just use your ruler. It doesn't matter. It's just something for if you're more of a crafter and you don't have the whole ruler rotor cuttery setup, you can use the grid.
Rotor cuttery.
Rotary cut. Oh my god.
It was good. I liked it.
So it's pretty simple. So what you do is you peel them apart, and then now this part is a little tacky. I wouldn't say really sticky. And you're going to put that tacky side to the right side of your fabric that you've pre-washed. I make it a little bit bigger and then cut it to size once we've treated it. And then they say you can reuse this or use an applique pressing sheet, something to protect your iron. Your iron is probably in like a medium setting, no steam steam does bad things. But you don't want to necessarily put your iron directly onto the vinyl piece, because if your iron is too hot, bad things will happen and then it will transfer to your iron. So you do want to cover it. You can use this piece of paper, keep grid up, or use an applique sheet, and then you're just going to nicely press it into your paper until it's completely sealed into your materials. And then trim it to size and sew like regular. It does everything.
It works super, super slick. It works really well. Totally washable.
Totally sewable. Totally everything.
The only caution is the iron. You want it on synthetic setting. And the only other thing is that when you sew through it, it's going to give you a permanent hole. So
be dedicated to the holes.
Yeah, you don't want to be seam ripping.
Yeah. And then as you're making your project, just press from the wrong side of your fabric.
Yeah.
And that will protect your iron from the plastic, and also dispense that direct heat a little bit. So otherwise it's totally, and I do your iron on vinyl, I put also that project right in the dryer. You know, if I'm doing the reusable bag for the diapers or whatever, just wash it like you would, throw it in the dryer, let it dry, bring it out, and looks just great. I do have to say I do have to iron my project a little bit when it's done, because this of course is going to be the stiff part of the project. So I do have to say that if I want it to look pretty, might have to hit it with an iron if I didn't take it out of the dryer, so it could just kind of finish air drying. But this totally stays stuck and looks fabulous.
Yeah. It works really, really well. It's a nice way to create your own.
So after the end of this, the next video will be I'll do a real thing and
show ya,
press it out and everything. But that was just a quick
get a million views and then.
So yeah, but that's the cool thing is you can do either glossy or matte finish, and I'll do I think I have glossy out there. I'll do one of each so you can see it's not a huge difference. I mean, really. Between glossy and matte.
I think that the fabric that you choose makes a bigger difference than the
than the finish.
Vinyl.
Yeah. But I think it's cool if you want to make something, you know, all out of Tula or all out of Cave, or this awesome, you know, every grandchild has this one particular piece of fabric in it. That's something that you can make whatever you want and just, you know, redirect your fabric. So pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good. So let's see. I have my glasses on. I think that we answered all the questions. If not, we'll be talking to you tonight.
Yes.
So, and she might be awake.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight, box opening.
And then Sunday, we're going to do a fun little foodie thing. So not a box opening. So if you're able to join us, great. Otherwise, enjoy your family on Sunday, and we'll see you on the next FabriChat. But
all right.
See you
in a
tonight.
little bit. Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.
What did Nana tell you? Was it about?
Yeah.
Was it about that funny lady?
She said that too?
She was. She was so funny. Nana told us about her.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah?
I love how she pronounces Nana.
Yeah. Well, she was telling me that Nana is the author of the story that you're telling me, isn't it? That was good.
So we're chatterbox right now. She's so not because Nana's here.
Oh my gosh, no kidding. You better. Can you tell your mom that story when you come back, and Wyatt too?
She's like, if Wyatt let me talk.
Wyatt, yeah, I want to hear you say the story again. Yeah, it was a great one. You are.